What's up, Thunder family? Welcome to the first episode of Thunder Talk. This is going to be a series spinning off of Thunder TV based on sports. All it's going to be is just going to be sports, live viewer interactions, and school and professional sports. And I'm not alone. Here are my anchors.
My name is Martin Untersander.
And I'm Eros Merlo.
Alright guys, my prediction for the ABA champion is gonna be OKC. You hear me? This has two reasons why. Number one is the defense. Nobody's getting past. And the other one is Shai. Shai's getting past everybody, scoring through. So my prediction for NBA champion this season is gonna be Shai. I have a couple of reasons why. He plays for the team. He can shoot, he can dunk, he can do layups. He does everything that the other teams don't have.
I agree with you there, Martin. One thing that I need to add on, he's really good at foul baiting. It's an art. It really is. If everyone was good at foul baiting, then everyone in the league would be doing it. But the reason why they don't is because SJ is the only one that's good at it. He knows his opponent's moves. He knows his own moves. He knows what he's going to do. Foul baiting is a skill. It's not just something that everybody could do. People think it's just, just jump up in the air and just flop. No, it isn't. It's you have to time your moves right. You have to time their moves right. You have to know your opponent. He could score on every possession. He does it all. He averages so many points just because of it, the art called foul baiting.
To add on to what Josh is saying, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's an amazing player. He kind of reminds me of James Harden back in 2018. Remember when he used to foul bait a lot? A lot of people used to call him flopping Harden. I think Shai is an MVP caliber player, but I just don't, in my eyes, I don't see him as the MVP for this season. My pick has to be Victor Wembanyama. Let me tell you a few reasons why. Victor, he's like what, 7 foot.
7'4",
He's 7'4". That guy easily a DPOY candidate. He would have won the DPOY if it wasn't for him getting injured by what he tore his Achilles.
Something like that.
Yeah, he was out for the whole season. And keep in mind, the Spurs, as of right now, they're playing without De'Aaron Fox. They're off to an amazing start. I think the record right now is 5-1. And Wembanyama, man, he's putting up 2K career stats, man. He's putting up 24 points, 11 rebounds, a whole bunch of blocks. That man can do it all. And he can shoot the three ball, which is very important in today's league,
So my prediction for the most disappointing player is just gonna be Anthony Davis because he has a terrible injury history, and in my opinion, he's just not gonna do a good season today with his team. After the trade and everything, he's just probably hasn't accommodated. So I think that's gonna be the most disappointing player. The most disappointing team, in my opinion, is definitely gonna be the Celtics. Clearly, they can't work well without their players.
Yeah, man, I'm a Celtics fan right now. As you know, it's gonna be a rough season. We lost Jason Tatum in the conference semifinals to the New York Knicks. Man, he tore his Achilles. He's out for the whole season. We lost Kristaps Porzingis. We lost Drew Holiday. We traded those guys away. We traded Porzingis off to this man's team, the Hawks.
Hawks, baby.
And they're reaping the benefits. I think, quite frankly, we are gonna miss the playoffs because I'm sorry, you're gonna replace Kristaps Porzingis with Neemias Queta. You're gonna our star point guard as Anthony Simons when we had Drew Holiday. Man, it must be a good time to be a Hawks fan at this point.
Yes, sir. Hey, Jalen Johnson and Okongwu have been absolutely balling. I am a little disappointed, though. Trae Young did get injured. He's not coming back until December. It's really unfortunate, but honestly, I love my Hawks. One disappointing team I am going to talk about is definitely the Pelicans and the Mavericks, of course. Both teams that are just plagued with just injuries and just bad performances all around. Their records are definitely not going to look good. In terms of the player, though, we're actually going to switch over to another team, the Grizzlies. I do want to talk about, you guys all know who I'm about to talk about, Ja Morant. He is not the superstar that the Grizzlies thought he was going to be. He's immature, as you can see on his social media off the court. He just doesn't have what it takes to be an NBA superstar. He's not a good facilitator. He's a lousy scorer. He shoots really bad. He has really terrible efficiency. Ja Morant, unfortunately, it just isn't the guy that we thought he was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, he's essentially been the same player since 2022, and that was like his MVP caliber season. He had one MVP caliber season, and then from there he's just fell off. He's constantly getting suspended with his activities, his behaviors. He's just immature. I think for me, my most disappointing player would have to be Jalen Green. We know he was a stud in the Rockets. They traded him, to get Kevin Durant in that offseason move, which we'll talk about in a bit. I just think the reason as to why I think he'll be disappointed was because Jalen Green just cannot pass the ball. He's known to be a ball hogger, and while his numbers do look good on paper, that's because when you give him the ball, he's going to score immediately. That's the only thing he knows how to do. He can't do a rebound. He can't assist. And being on the Suns team that they're not really gonna contend, and if they are gonna contend, it's gonna be for the playing tournament. Let's be for real. That's as far as they're gonna go. So I think Jalen Green is gonna be my most disappointing player.
My biggest offseason move has got to be KD going to the Rockets. That is just truly unexpected, and we'll see how it turns out this season.
Welcome to the School Focus, where today we're going to be talking hoops with Coach Milo, the new basketball coach for our girls team. So, Mr. Milo, we got a couple questions we want to ask you.
Of course.
First one being, what made you want to coach girls basketball?
Well, I got into coaching about 9 years ago. I coached flag football and tackle football. However, I did play basketball. I have an extensive background in that realm as well. And I like to help young people, especially student athletes, out and help them excel in their sport. And basketball is another sport that I feel that I can do that in, and especially that this school doesn't have a well-established team yet. I feel I can get this up off the ground and moving.
Right, and I feel like it's something no one thought of you being the coach, because we always see you in the hallways. You're out here in different classes.
Right.
You're substituting for teachers. I personally didn't see you as the type to be doing out here and coaching with these girls, which is very wonderful what you're doing.
Thank you.
What are some of the season expectations for this team?
Well, for this season, I want to be able to have them grow. If anything, I'm not looking for a win at all costs mentality. I'm looking for
Right.
to first and foremost and above everything else is to develop and learn the sport. We do have a lot of beginners on the team, and I'm looking to support their passion for basketball by helping them grow and learn the sport and how to play at a more competitive level.
Yeah, because we still need to learn the foundation, the basics,
Correct.
which I think is something that this team is going to be working on a lot over you being the coach.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that you're a substitute, and the transition from substituting classes
Mm-hmm.
to now being this coach, obviously it's not meant for everybody. But how are you managing it, the balance?
Well, right now, what we have different skills. We have one thing is challenging about this team. I will say is there are different skills and abilities. There's a big gap in that, right? We have beginners, and we also have players that are more skilled. So it's about bringing that expertise with our more skilled players and bringing their knowledge to how they can even support the players that are new. And my job is to help bring it all together, right? And through teamwork, my passion for basketball and getting them just to learn and work together as a cohesive unit.
All right, that's perfect. Well, what do you think this team will emphasize a lot on? Because there's some teams where they're gonna have a defensive team. There's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be teams that they're solely on offense, with the 3-pointers,
Mm-hmm.
just all around.
Well, judging by our strength, what we have right now on the team, we have two pretty good ball handlers that can shoot and drive to the basket.
Perfect.
I am going to hoping to utilize the less experienced players. It's more get them to be more skilled on defense. How to guard opponents, how to stay in front of the ball, how to move their feet, maybe how to establish position inside, get that inside leverage, so they won't require them to, of course, have an outside shot.
How would the training regimen work on some of our athletes?
Well, conditioning is an obvious factor, especially when we don't have. We're going to be entering games down. Obviously with maybe 7 or 8 players, we're going to need conditioning is going to be a major factor. Running, doing a lot of conditioning, making sure that they have the stamina that is required to play a long game and play long minutes.
Yeah, because ultimately, playing basketball is all about stamina and endurance.
Right.
You're running on that court back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
How long is it for girls basketball? Because I know in the NBA it's 48 minutes, but I don't think you guys are playing the full 48.
7-minute quarters.
Okay, 7-minute quarters.
I believe 7-minute quarters.
So that would be 28 minutes in total.
Right, and you're
7
playing
times
full
4.
court. Now, we were only practicing half court, so when they get into that full court game, it's going to be a game changer.
Yeah, it's going to be intense.
We'll see who can keep up.
Because I would play basketball with Joshua, and just playing full court, we're going to be drinking more water. We're going to be... My feet will be killing me, because full court, it's a lot.
It's different.
It's a
different.
transition.
Oh, yeah, especially for the newcomers that we have on our team. It's going to be a changing experience for them. So, but hey, it's something that we're going to have to deal with as a new team, a new and developing team. if basketball is something that you're interested in, even have a minor interest in and wanting to pursue, you come out and we will do our best to get you involved and get you squared away to help thrive, to make you a better player. And if this is something you're looking to get into, I want to stress learning more than anything, just to learn a great sport
Right.
and come out with us and have some fun.
Really, it's also going to be a learning experience because a lot of these girls, they've played basketball, but they haven't like really played it at the level that they can understand plays,
Mm-hmm.
understand how they're going to utilize the ball
Right.
in their favor and stuff like that. So I think it's very great for our girls to be out there to just learn how to play the sport
Yes,
and ultimately just have fun.
right, and to take if you take away anything, you're learning skills, like you said, skills and abilities that are going to extend well beyond the court of play into your professional lives as well.
All right. And what position did you play as when you were basketball?
Mainly shooting guard. I could shoot the lights out. I was all right in ball handling, but my main expertise was defense and shooting.
All right. What player do you have like an idol of?
Well,
coach.
born and raised in Indiana, I have to go with Reggie Miller. He was my
Reggie Miller.
That was my idol. Yep, Reggie Miller, because he also had the burden of keeping that team together. He was our that was our guy. He was the one that kept the team intact and just kept us competitive. And he would he would ball out at all costs. Right, never gave up.
Because I was thinking since
9 points in 7 seconds.
Right.
Nobody's
It's
beat that.
insane. We all know he spent his whole career there with the Pacers.
Mhm.
Fortunately, he didn't win the title, but he is a Hall of Famer, and he did bring the Pacers to stardom
Right.
in the 90s and early 2000s. I think we're going to have a good season ahead of us.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what's going to happen with this team. And, well, everyone, you're here to hear, folks, Coach Milo's ins and outs of girls basketball. See you guys on the next one.
And thank you so much for your time.
Of course, thank you.
Hey, what's up, Thunder family? We're here with Javon, and we're here doing Hot Take. This is going to be a sports hot take. And Javon, what is your hot take?
If Victor gets big, he's killing everybody. Nobody's gonna stop the Spurs.
That's definitely a spicy one. Victor Wembanyama, obviously he's really tall, he's really talented. We've seen a bit of his game, and he is really good. He's fast, he's mobile, and he's able to be just extremely physical. It's amazing. He can shoot too. He's just an all-around big. So, Javon, what do you think is like the biggest part of his game?
I feel like him being able to shoot that efficient and that deep from his size.
Absolutely, yeah. His three-pointers, his jumper is so clean.
Yes.
It just goes right
They
in
be
every
pulling
single time.
them one-legged threes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we recently saw something. The Phoenix Suns were able to shut him down. They ran a defensive scheme where Devin Booker was actually switching between Stephon Castle, their point guard, and Victor Wembanyama, so he could double team Victor Wembanyama when he has the ball, and when he doesn't have the ball, Stephon Castle can be guarded by Devin Booker. What do you think? Do you think the league is adapting to Victor Wembanyama slowly, and do you think Victor Wembanyama can adapt to the league?
For sure, I think the league is adapting to him, and I think he's just gonna continue to get better and better throughout his career.
Absolutely. I think he's showing a lot of growth. All right, well, that's all, Thunder family. Hey, big shout out to Javon for coming on here for Hot Take. If you want to be featured on a Hot Take for this next episode or another future episode, you can scan the QR code, listen to the video. Thank you so much, Thunder family.
Welcome to this edition of Is It a Sport, where we ask students from our school, is blank a sport? This time around, we're going to be covering, is professional wrestling a sport? It's WWE and AEW. Now, Sammy, you are a wrestler for our school's wrestling team. Would you consider professional wrestling a sport?
Professional wrestling, like WWE.
Yeah, stuff like WWE, AEW, John Cena, Hulk Hogan, that stuff.
I don't think so, because it's all like, at the end of the day, it's scripted, and everyone knows it is. Even if you think it's not, it is. And like, when you're wrestling, it's way more serious. Not disrespectful as being a wrestler, and like watching WWE, and it's just all scripted.
Do you think it's like insulting in that matter that you get wrestlers like here, like Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, stuff like that they're out here showing up on TV and sold out arenas and they're doing moves like suplexes, stuff that you see on wrestling? Do you think it's like insulting? They're like, oh, I'm a professional wrestler, and they do stuff like this when it's like scripted?
To be honest, yeah. For most wrestlers, they wouldn't really mind or care. But for me, like being a wrestler and actually taking it seriously, it does, because they're like stealing our or moves and like using it when it's all scripted, even though they get injured and it's serious sometimes, but not most of the time.
I do think it's a sport, just in the sense that, well, yes, it is scripted. There are parts of it, such as you do have to hit these people in some regard. You can't just completely like if I hit a punch, I can't completely avoid you, and you act like you get hit. Like that doesn't happen in wrestling. These people, they do get hit, and if they do a wrong move, you can get out for multiple months. 4 to 5 months.
I mean, yeah, you could say that, but have you seen the clips where in WWE, like they put like spikes down on the table, or like they hit him with a table to their opponent? You think that's real? I don't think it's real.
They are getting hit by stuff that you do see on occasion, but they're just not the exact specification of it. So they are getting hit by a table and they are getting hit by a spike, and that's pretty hard to fake, because obviously if they put him to a real one, then the wrestler may not be healthy, because those things, they do hurt.
At the end of the day, my opinion will never change about WWE, how it's real or fake. I personally think that it's fake. Like, it's all scripted, and like it can never match wrestling.
Thunder family, if you would like to be featured on another edition of Is It a Sport, please scan the QR code that we will have listed on this video. If you're lucky, you'll be featured on the show. We'll see you in the next one, guys.
Thanks for watching episode 1 of Thunder Talk. I hope you enjoyed it.
I got 2 words for you. Thunder Talk episode 2. Must see TV.
Yeah, so that was like 7 words.
Oh, then I got 4 words for you. Thunder Talk episode 2. Must see.
Yeah, so that was like 6 words.
Are we serious?